There. Look at. Open your eyes.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. My eyes looked a little closed, so I have to open them.
You better open your eyes.
I look sleepy.
Why are you so sleepy today?
Oh, I don't know.
Have you not been? We're worried about our cat.
We have cat problems.
Yeah, you need to turn down your volume over there, please. Yeah, one of our cats, Blaze, is not eating. So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, and it's not good when a cat don't eat.
Yeah, so you've been like up a lot trying to get the cat to eat, haven't you?
I get him to eat a little at a time.
Little bits at a time, but yeah, it's like when one of your kids is sick. It's kind of weird. Anyway, hi. Happy Sunday. Maybe it's because you don't have glasses on.
I know. I hate that. I need glasses.
There's some right here. It's like your face. Your face looks
look
weird.
Right, and I don't have a hat either.
You just look weird today.
With
Hey, Justin.
Oh yeah, there I go.
How
I
are
look
you?
good
Hi, April.
now.
Yeah, Blaze. He's just being weird. And then because we have the two Bengal cats, Copper and Blaze. And Blaze is the one who's not really eating. And then Copper, hey Nick. Copper is hi Cindy. Copper is an anxiety cat, and I think he's not eating because Blaze isn't eating.
Yeah, but he still Copper will eat some. He just doesn't eat what he usually eats.
Yeah.
So it's weird.
So
they're usually ravenous. Okay, these are Bengals, and they usually
they'll make noises when they eat, like row row row, like Tasmanian devils.
They'll eat the covers off the furniture if they could.
Hi, Emma and John. Yeah, Blaze is still poorly. Hey, Charlie and Stacey, Nerd Herders. Hi, guys. Gosh.
Wow.
We got like this happening turnout today.
You.
That's awesome. Yeah, so,
Because I have a feeling that a lot of people are feeling the way we are.
Yeah, so let's talk about our thumbnail today, because I don't know if it was like super clear.
And I thought it was.
Yeah.
Anyway. Kelly needs like a book of explanation for everything to be clear.
Yeah, I do. So anyway, you got snow already, Cindy?
Holy cow. So jealous.
We may get snow.
So jealous.
We may get snow this next week. Like a little
possibly bit. On Monday, tomorrow.
Or Thursday, it said.
Oh, yay. Two chances.
It is windy as all get out here today.
Oh, my Lord.
Justin. Okay, no worries, Justin. Drive safely. Please, we want you to be safe. Anyway, a lot of people have been talking about this lately. Some of the Disney magic of the parks has gone away, right? For some of us. Some of you guys, it may not be for some of you guys, and we're not generalizing for everybody. This is just how we feel.
What? It's like my English teacher once said, you don't have to say I think, because you're the narrator and everybody knows what you think.
Do they?
Yes.
But they can't read our minds.
No, but they know because we're talking.
Okay.
See, we're the one talking, so this is our feelings.
Okay, our feelings.
We're not generalizing for everybody.
Right.
We're talking about us.
Well, and this is not a new subject either.
No.
I mean, people have been talking about that love and feeling of the Disney parks kind of starting to disappear.
Started to wane.
A little bit.
Just like, yeah.
A little bit.
It was gradual.
So we thought we would just, have a chat today about, kind of the magic of the Disney parks, kind of starting to disappear a little bit for us. Why we haven't been going back as often as we usually do.
I'm actually going to say it disappeared a lot.
Did it?
Yes. I'm not going to say a little bit because that's too mild for me.
Okay.
I
like to sugarcoat stuff, and Bob's like, this is how it is.
This is how it is for me. I don't know about for anybody else, but I think it's crap. Honestly.
Okay, so tell me specifically what has left.
Well, number one, when the CEO of a company calls you undesirable because you have a pass. Because you have a pass and that you're not a good person or a person that they want in your parks, that just tells me that they don't care.
Right. Kind of when the CEO of your company goes, pass holders are undesirable, that really like deflates your balloon.
Well, yeah, it's just like, what? What do you mean? We were there during the pandemic when nobody else was. We were buying stuff. We were doing all this kind of stuff. I mean, we showed up, and I know a lot of other people who are pass holders showed up also.
Right.
So I don't get it. That to me is the biggest
You
knife.
seem very angry right now.
I'm very angry because that to me was like a knife in the back.
Yeah, I think plus, because those of us that are loyal Disney fans, We've bought DVC. We've had annual passes for what, 7 years?
Yeah.
Something like that. And we've all talked about this before. The people that are super loyal to the parks and to Disney, they kind of have just like, you're not important. You're not as important as you used to. Yeah. So Charlie says all about perspective. Some of us who's been experienced Disney since the 80s know how good we had it compared to Disney. It's a big change. Exactly. And Nick says, I think the CEO and the shareholders of the company should go bye-bye. We agree. Yeah. Newbies, I agree with you. Also,
yeah, they
Charlie,
don't feel the change because they never experienced
right.
the greatness of it.
And I think also, like our friends Emma and John and maybe Tom and Paul from the UK, they haven't been able to go as often as we have.
Right.
So I think maybe the magic is still there more for you guys. Let me know if it's kind of fallen back a little bit, or if it still feels the same. You know how when you would go into a Disney park, you'd set into a Disney park and they were happy to see you. Like they were excited that you were there. They're like,
oh, they're high-fiving you. They're like, waving with their gloves.
You're going to have the best day ever. And
yeah,
we're going to make it amazing.
We love our people.
Yeah. And you had that feeling like, I'm so excited to get there. And now it's kind of like you walk in and they kind of go, yeah, okay. So I mean, John Sale's pretty magical to me, but to be honest, for it compared to Paris is insane. Okay. Yeah. So I think there's a big difference between where you live and how often you've been able to go to the parks too.
Well, yeah. And it's like, because like I said, we're DVC, we're pass holders. We were pass holders. We're not now. But anyway,
I still am for like
2 days,
7 days,
something like that. But to me, it was like, because this is totally against, because I've been a big fan of Walt since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. So
that means little.
Yeah.
For those of you that aren't from Texas.
I've been, and this just kind of goes against Walt's vision. And that I think that's what hurts me the most. I'm actually going to squirt some tears here because it's really, it is like a breakup.
It does. It really feels like we're kind of going through a breakup right now, and it's really weird. And now you're going to get me all.
It's kind of like they've lost that love and feeling.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't understand why. Because we own a business too. We know, but we take care of our regulars. We give them breaks. We do.
Well, I think with us owning a business, we know how important it is to hold on to those long-term clients. They're kind of all about, let's get rid of the people that have been coming forever and like bring in new people so they'll spend more money. It's not really about that. When, our clients that we have in our business, we want to hold on to those people that are loyal, that have been coming for 15 years.
Yeah. And it's like,
you take care of those
I cut
guys.
them slack. They do stuff. It's like, man, those are my people. Those are, because, there's a rule in business, 80-20 rule. It's like 20% of your business, 80% of your money comes from 20% of your people.
Right.
So it's true. It does. It's like the ones who are loyal come back. Because Kelly and because I know Mr. BC, the butthead, has said that he doesn't like pass holders because they don't spend any money in the parks. Bull effing crap.
We spend a lot of money.
We spend a ton of money in the parks. Every time we would go, we look at these freaking cozy knits we have behind us.
Shirts. Pictures. Yeah. We spend
I mean, come on. And we don't get those online. We buy those in the parks.
Yeah. So let's go back to the chat here really quick. I know you're like on your box right now and you're on a roll. Nick says the Disney family should take back what Walt has invented and built and restore what it used to be. I think we talked about this last night. We went to dinner with some friends who have gone to Disney with us. We think that eventually, fingers crossed, it's going to come back. We think it's going through a transition phase right now, right?
Yes.
And this is kind of like the change in seasons or something like that. Like you have to go, I'm going to cuss for just a minute, so forgive me. You have to go through the shitstorm to come, to find the fun stuff on the other side.
Yeah, sometimes you do, but it's historical. And I knew this from day one. Ask Kelly, as soon as they announced this guy as a freaking CEO, I knew it was going to go to shit. I just knew it because it has happened before. It's like every time you get a merchandise focused CEO, and this is where he comes from, is merchandise. All he cares about is the numbers. Sell,
right.
sell, sell. Numbers, numbers, numbers. That's all they care about. The parks go to crap because they don't see. He doesn't see the vision. He doesn't see the forest for the trees. All he sees is the tree. He doesn't see the forest. And the forest is the parks generate the interest.
Well, that's your loyal fan base.
For everything.
The parks bring that feeling to people. They bring that you can be a kid and you can have fun and you get that like tingly magic feeling when you walk into the parks. And I don't think they get it.
See, I like what Tom or Paul, whichever one of you guys is. I love both of you guys, by the way. So if I call you Tom or Palm or whoever, Paul. Anyway, I like that.
Call them the blokes.
The blokes. Okay, even like the blokes said, in all honesty, if they had annual passes, they could spend more.
Okay, that says Tom. That's Tom.
Okay, hi Tom. That they could spend more because they're not spending money on tickets.
Right.
Because those tickets are expensive.
And they've gotten more expensive.
Right. Like right now, Kelly and I, like I said, Kelly's annual pass expires in like 18 days.
7 days.
7 days, something like that. Mine doesn't expire till December, but that's another story. Kaya's has already expired, so we didn't renew that one. We are going back in February to get on the Wish, but we're taking a friend of Kaya's with us. And because there's a friend of Kaya's with us and we have a whole day before we get on the ship, we are going to go to Magic Kingdom and we're buying tickets.
This is going to be the first time in 7 years
that we bought tickets.
A day ticket.
Yeah, we'll buy a day ticket for Magic Kingdom.
Because Kaya's friend has never been. She's never been anywhere to Disney. So, it's gonna be
magical for us.
Reviving that.
Yeah, just to show her.
To show her around. And she doesn't know what it was like 10 years ago. So, it's going to be magical for her.
And all she cares about is the princesses.
And maybe we'll find a little bit of that magic showing her.
Right.
I'm hoping. So I just want to go back to the chat. So Jen and Joe are in the same boat as we are. We have literally gone every other month since reopening. Same here. We were going every 6 weeks.
Yeah, every 5 to 6 weeks we were there at the parks.
Yeah. So we already read Tom's Orlando is always a very expensive trip. Price raises dampened my enthusiasm. Charlie says basically told us we aren't needed anymore. Exactly. They don't care. Very un-Walt-like. Yeah. Very,
very un-Walt-like. And that's what breaks my heart.
Yeah. So Tom also says, in all honesty, we would spend more if we were annual pass holders. It would. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we, on average, gosh, I don't know how much we would spend on merch.
Oh,
every trip.
Crap.
But we bought
500 at least.
At least, and that's in a 4-day trip.
Yeah.
So it's not like we would just go. We were talking about this last night. It's not like us as annual pass holders were the ones who would bring our peanut butter and jelly sandwiches to the parks and not buy anything.
Oh, no.
We would always, do the signature restaurants and do the,
we didn't do the cheap restaurants. We did the signature restaurants. We didn't bring in bologna sandwiches. We spend money. We spend thousands of dollars buying food.
So it feels like it's kind of a stab in the heart, just a little bit. Like you guys don't matter. Like we want to bring in all the new people because those of you who have been coming, you aren't as important anymore. So it kind of, it just kind of feels that way. So Mike Temple, we know Mike, our good friend Mike, he lives here in Colorado. He just got back from Disneyland and he texted us from Disneyland is like, this trip is not going as I expected it to go. Disastrous, could go on for hours. I know the park is not mine, but I still feel like it's been taken away. Yeah. I mean, I think we kind of feel that way too.
Yeah.
It's like you can't have as much as you used to anymore.
No. But that's not why I go. I don't, that doesn't bother. It's just when they call you undesirable, that hurts. That's deep.
That hurts.
That's deep. That digs deep. That goes to the soul. It's like, what? How?
Yeah.
Anyway.
So Tom and Paul says might be heading back early in the new year. Won't be buying tickets as we're mostly going to be due. A lot of people, it seems like they're moving to Universal.
I actually considered renewing my Universal annual pass.
Because Universal is like, come on over. We got this for you, and we got this for you, and we got this for you.
Yeah, they don't consider their annual pass holders undesirable. They make it easy for you to be a pass holder.
Yeah, yeah. Hey Joe, how are you? Been a long time since we feel the wave. You've done so much to support Disney during downtime in their callous disregard. Yeah.
And it's like, and I understand, Cindy, about the local annual pass holders taking advantage of that and buying merch and selling it for higher.
That's a whole nother story.
But that's another thing that there's other things they could do to curb that. But there's always going to be somebody taking advantage of something. Always.
Yeah.
And it's just you just find them and get rid of them. It takes a while to weed them out, but there's always going to be somebody. But you shouldn't punish the 80% who don't do that because of the 20% that do, or maybe even 10% that do, because I know it's not that many.
I would guess. I mean, I don't know what percentage annual pass holders were, but I would say it's a good solid 40% at least. People that go and spend money and go on a regular basis. I mean, because even us as annual pass holders and DVC members, we were still, if we used up all of our DVC points, we would pay.
We still pay.
We'd
still pay for rooms.
Yeah.
We spent probably half of our stays were paid rooms or DVC because, and we rent DVC points too, even though we have points.
Right. So yeah, I do feel like a lot of people are kind of hopping over to Universal because they're kind of like, they're like inviting us, come on over. Unfortunately for us, as far as like rides goes, Universal, there's not as many like rides that we can do because we're old and infirm. And we can't handle
it. Hurts.
It hurts.
It just hurts. But you know what? I was started, my first time in Universal, I was like, I felt like I was cheating. Now I feel like they love me. So I'm not cheating anymore. So because everybody, the other one kicked me to the curb. So
yeah, it does feel like, we've kind of been going through a bit of a breakup, just, I don't really like to I don't like to label it a breakup. I kind of like to call it a break.
Oh, you should hear her when she talks to me off camera. This is not
but
it.
I've literally been sad.
I know she has been. She's been like, it's totally put her in a funk, depression.
I have been in a funk. Yeah.
And she keeps saying, can we just go over there and just stay at the resorts and whatever? But for some reason it doesn't work out.
It doesn't work. And it's kind of like the universe saying
no, don't do it. It's like either we got kid duties we got to do, or the flights are just too expensive, or or there's nothing available for us. So it's just it's like
the universe's way of saying
just back off, let it go.
And I have a hard time letting stuff go, a really hard time letting stuff. We let our Disneyland annual passes go. We let our Universal annual passes go. We let our Disney World annual passes, they're going to go next. We almost sold one of our DVC
we almost sold one of our DVC contracts.
So, it's been like...
We pulled that back in because, there's still the Alani.
True.
Yes. And there's still Hilton Head and there's still Vero Beach. And we might need to try those out and just see because, it's nice places. They're nice places. Hilton's Head's a really nice place to visit. And,
right.
I've never been to Vero Beach, but I'm not... who knows?
Charlie, you're with me, man.
Yeah, it's like fist bump, Charlie.
Yeah, it's difficult because when you love something so much, I was telling about this last night. I'm like the drug addict. I want like more and I want more and I want more. And, I just want to keep going and keep going. And, I was probably the driving force between...
Well, I don't know.
20 some trips in the last 2 years.
No, because I was the one that said we need to go every month.
Oh, you were?
Yeah. I said, all right, let's go once a month. Let's go. And then, and anytime she said, hey, I was looking on the computer and I'm like, let's go.
Let's make it work.
Let's make it go.
But I want, you want that kind of like feeling back. You want that energy that Disney has. You want that, that just like, you don't care about anything else going on in the rest of the world.
Right.
Kind of thing.
But now I have a hard time going because I don't want to spend my money.
Well, I mean, the last trip that we went on, the last 2 trips we went on, one was for Justin's birthday and one was with Emma and John. That felt different for us because we were with our friends.
Right.
So that's a whole different thing. The one maybe before that, I got to the point where I wasn't like excited about going.
Well, when we went on for Justin's birthday, it was like we went to the park like for half a day. We didn't even go in the parks. We were there in Epcot to hook up with Justin, but that was late in the evening.
Right.
And I don't even think we went in for a whole day when we were there.
No, we were staying at the Riviera and we hung out at the resort most of the day.
No, and then when we went with Emma and John, it was like half days in the park. We didn't go for full days.
So Cindy says, always been a Universal fan. Hey, Chris, how are you? But I've had health issues. It isn't great. My visit in August was the worst time ever. Rude, sarcastic, rolling. Was that at Universal or was that at Disney, Cindy? So Charlie says, feel like the pendulum will eventually swing back where they want annual. I agree. I agree with you. Maybe the drug is wearing off. People are waking up to the fact that they're a corporation. Yeah, I really think at Universal. Okay, that's
sad.
That's terrible.
I hate that.
But I kind of feel like the cast members at Disney were starting to not love their jobs also, because you kind of, like I was saying earlier, when you go into the parks and they were like super happy to see you, and they would, were happy that you were there, and they knew you were going to have an amazing time, and they were all about you having a good time. Now it's kind of like they're afraid
that somebody's going to bitch at them.
That somebody's going to bitch at them.
Number one. Yeah, you never heard of fights in Disney before, ever.
No.
This last year, fights in lines, you never, ever.
And cast members just kind of like afraid to engage with you because they're afraid that you're going to complain about something, or there are still
some that still like,
yes,
yeah, they're just, I love them. They still have that Disney feeling, but
it's kind of just like either they're not happy being at work anymore.
There's that old saying, the fish stinks from the head down.
Yeah.
It's like, they're not feeling the love either.
Cindy says, at least at Universal, you pay less for bed service.
There you go. Yeah, amen to that. That's true. Because you pay like twice as much for a hotel at Disney than you do at Universal. And actually, the Universal pool, hotels are pretty cool. We kind of like them.
Mm-hmm.
So, I wouldn't have a problem spending time at a Universal hotel over a Disney hotel any day of the week.
Exactly, Nick. It all starts at the top.
Yeah.
But I do think that eventually it's probably going to take, our guess is 2 years.
I think so.
For things to start flipping.
Yeah. Well, he's like, because I do kind of keep up with it, and it's like CEO Chapek he's putting all his chips on Disney Plus.
Well,
and I think right now a lot of Disney, people are subscribing because it's like streaming is like kind of the way. But when some of the programs, like, has anybody watched like Pinocchio? I thought it was horrible. I didn't watch, Pinocchio was not good.
Right.
The live action Pinocchio.
We didn't like it.
I didn't like it. I thought it was horrible. And I know and I've heard mixed feelings about Hocus Pocus. So, I don't think that Disney Plus is going to be that big of a, draw. Right now it is, because people are just kind of like finding their way with streaming services.
Right.
So, but, and I think it's going to take a couple of years for them to start to feel a pinch, and then he's going to be gone.
Yeah, I wonder too, because Nick says, I wonder what Steve from Steve World thinks about this. Yeah, I'm sure he does have his opinions too. And like you guys, Charlie and Stacy, you're live streaming from the parks more often. Are you guys, do you enjoy going to the parks as much as you used to, or is it just kind of something that you feel like you have to do?
Yeah,
that's what I'm curious about. So
let us know.
Yeah,
man.
Thanks, Emma, for getting rid of those bots.
Bot.
Anyway, yeah, didn't really like Pinocchio.
Mm-mm.
That was just us. We thought it was a little weird.
No, I have Disney Plus because my daughter likes it. Otherwise, I would turn it off.
I think you would turn it off in spite. Because that's what Mr. Chapek's.
That's his baby.
Right now.
And yes, I would, because the only way, because yes, it is a corporation, but it's always been a corporation, but it's been a good corporation until recently. And the only way you get through to a corporation is vote with your money,
Right.
I do not want to spend money at Disney because I want it to go back.
Yeah. So Charlie says it's a different feeling. I just made you mod, by the way, Charlie.
Oh, Charlie, you're a moderator now.
Whether you wanted to be or not. A lot more people complaining and sick of Disney nickel. Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, because it's like, what was it? Like 2 years ago, the fast passes were free, parking in the resorts was free or included. Because you know what, when you're paying that much for a hotel room, you should be able to park there.
I know that Universal, you have to pay. She-Hulk, we haven't even watched.
Oh God, no!
In Universal, you have to pay to park, but you're also paying significantly less for your hotel room at Universal. usually.
Yeah, but you're paying, so you pay $150 less, and you're just paying $20 a night for
and
parking.
you're also paying less for your annual passes.
Right, and you can pay them out, even
Yeah.
if you're not a Florida resident, which
Right.
you cannot do for Disney.
Right. Exactly.
So,
well, I feel like we've just like regurgitated everything that we've been holding in for the past little bit.
and you know what? I'm not sorry. I am not sorry.
Well, you know what?
Misery loves company. I love that you guys feel the same way. I don't love that we have to feel this way, but
no, I don't love that we have to feel this way, but it is good to have other people to talk to about it.
Yes.
And, I know that, for Emma and John, the love is still super strong. And believe me, the love is still super strong.
It is super strong for us, because even though we're not spending it in the parks.
Right. We had this huge, big discussion the other night, like it was midnight. And we were talking about,
that's why my eyes look tired.
We've gone back and forth about, should we renew our annual pass? Should we not? Then we're just going to renew them.
We're going to renew Disneyland. No, we're not going to renew.
Then the next morning we wake up and we're like, should we? And then the next day we're like, yes, we're going to renew our annual passes. And then the next day we're like, I don't know, and Mike, your trip to Disneyland kind of put the nail in the coffin for us. It kind of was like that final message for us to be like, take a break for a little bit. I gave it the analogy of, you've been in a relationship with somebody for a long time and it just stopped working.
Well, we had to work too hard to make it.
Right. You know how, like, if you're in a relationship and it's just, you're trying to make it work and you're trying to make it work and you're trying to make it work, and it just, the magic is gone, between you and the other person.
She's choking up.
I know, I'm good. See, my eyes are dry and everything.
Yeah, so far.
But yeah, I kind of feel like it's been that relationship. Boy, the chat is like on fire right now.
I know, I love it.
Heard people saying Universal Resorts are going to the Disney parks because it's cheaper. Yes, I agree with that. And one of the newbies, but even since 2019, if you want to see fireworks without rudeness, you have to pay extra. Yes, unless you watch them outside the park.
Yeah, you can watch them at Polynesian. It's really fun.
Yeah, if you want to ride the popular rides, you pay more.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Charlie says Universal Premier Pass holders get free Prime parking and Halloween party tickets. That's a bonus that Disney's not giving.
Oh yeah, and the AP discount on the hotels at Universal really rocks too.
Right. April says, hate Genie Plus and the restaurant reservations. When I went in 1999, you could just walk up where you wanted to and there without. I think, kind of that park pass reservation started all the thing, with
a lot
of us.
I don't get why they still have that too. That to me is just ridiculous, the park passes, because they never had it before. They say it's to control the crowds. Bull crap.
Right.
The crowds are still heavy.
Right. And I think Emma has a great point. Maybe it's just different because we have theme parks here, but are nothing like Disney World. So if we were to compare that to Disney, yeah. And you guys,
it's still not. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. For you guys to come over to Disney, it's a huge, big deal. It's a massive expense. It's a massive trip. So yeah, I get it. And you guys don't come, you're not able to come often enough so that you see it maybe as much as we do or feel it. It's either that or
well, it's kind of like there's so much to do at Disney, period. And when you guys come over, and I know you don't just go to Disney, you do everything. You do the outlet malls. You do something. Most of you guys do SeaWorld. You do Universal. You spread the love,
right.
And I get it. And that's what I would do because it's such a long way to go.
Right.
And you get such, nice little paid vacations, which Kelly and I don't get. But I'm not complaining about that. That's our choice.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I see where you could do that and spend all that time, and it's still great because it's a great place to vacation. It really, really is.
Well, and don't get us wrong, please. By no means are we saying it's wrong for you to still love it.
No, it's not. And and I still,
I hope you don't get that impression. Now that we live here, it's still worth it. But if we lived in Mass, we'd probably start coming every 3 or 4 years. Okay.
Instead of annually. Yeah. So Charlie, you become one of those, hated pass holders where you don't spend money.
But no, yeah, please don't think that we're like, you should not like it too.
No. We're talking about us.
This is just us.
This
is just how we felt. And this is why we've kind of, stepped back from going so often.
Right.
It's just, people maybe have been curious because we were pumping some Disney vlogs out like crazy.
Yeah, it was probably irritating.
It probably was. And nobody knew.
People are like, wow, damn, it's about time they stopped.
Nobody knew if we were coming or going. But, that's, we thought we would kind of explain maybe why we've stepped back just a little bit.
Yeah, and you may be wondering why we're still spending money at Disney, which we are, because we're still doing Disney cruises.
So since we've bitched for about 30 minutes, let's flip this puppy around
and start going where we found the magic.
Right.
Again.
Yeah. So as you guys know, we just got off a cruise with our besties, Emma and John, to Norway, Disney cruise. That's the first Disney cruise we've taken in 3 years. Hello.
I was reading Paul. I was reading
Okay.
Tom's. Paul and I have different views, and I'm annoyed to Disney, and
where Paul would just let them take his wallet.
Yeah,
okay.
I get that. Kelly's kind of like that too. She's kind of like, I don't want to spend money on it, but she does, but she backed off a little.
Wow, Cindy's paying 30% more to come with our. Ooh, ouch. That hurts, Cindy. Charlie said we love Disney. Can't complain about how screwing up. If we didn't care anymore about Disney, then we wouldn't bother complaining. That is a great point.
That's an awesome point. Yeah, we are
point.
complaining because we love it so much.
Exactly.
And it's just like I said, it hurts.
Yeah. So we are going to talk about where the Disney magic is still living.
Yeah.
So on our recent cruise, we went with Emma and
you
John,
said how long was it since 3 years?
I think it's been 3 years, 3 or 4 years.
No, it was 2018. Was
18?
that our last one? No, we went on in 2019.
Did we?
Yeah, because we went on the Dream.
Okay, so 3 years.
3 years.
3 years
since our Disney cruise.
We had this big discussion the other night, and that's where we came up with this idea for this live stream. The feeling of the Disney pixie dust magic, great customer service, everything that you want from the Disney parks, it's living in the cruises.
It's living in the cruises now.
And we like everything that you want, the princesses, the meet and greets, the personal service, the everything.
The attention to detail.
Bye, Charlie. Take care. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Charlie. Thanks for coming. Love you guys.
Yeah, we love you guys. It's on the cruise line.
It's like
right now.
Tinkerbell moved. She's now floating.
So this is what we've experienced. You guys may have a different experience, but we think that the Disney magic for us is on the cruises.
Because the cruise line, these are all separate entities. The way Disney does, they have separate websites. Everything. Disneyland has its own website. Disney World has it. Disney Cruise Line, DVC. They all are separate entities, and they do not coexist.
And I'm reading Mike's comment. Feel pretty bipolar. We canceled our May trip, but I'm insanely torn on what to do next. Exactly. I feel like we're going through that.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
I love having a trip to look forward to, but I don't know how to replace my addiction. I am with you.
That is her.
Hello,
in
my
a
name
nutshell.
is Kelly, and I'm a serious Disney addict.
Serious Disney addict.
And
but we have found a place to put our addiction.
We have us. I don't know if Mike would be the same because Mike is Mr. Ride Guy.
Right.
Mike is all about the rides at Disney. I don't know if you might feel the same.
Maybe that's why cruisers are so ancient.
No, we are not ancient.
I know, but you look at the bless your heart, people. If you've done this on these European river cruises, it's like the average age is like 80.
I don't think it's 80.
Okay, 75, 80. I didn't want to say 70 because that's too close to me.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. You may not find the same, Mike, because I know you love your parks, and I know you love your rides because you're a run from one ride to the other. For us, I think the magic of the Disney bubble, I guess if you want to call it that, is the people.
I agree 100%. I always enjoyed going to Disney just because of everybody, the way they treated you.
Right.
They treated you like you were important.
Exactly. And we found that on the cruise, we still get treated like we're important.
Yeah.
you know,
like we are. Thank you for coming. Thank
Yeah.
you for.
if any of you, I know, I don't know if any of you guys have, I know, Tom and Paul have a Disney cruise booked in the future. If any of you guys have been on a Disney cruise, the your cabin steward learns your name on the first day,
Learns what you like,
takes
care of it without you asking.
He calls you all by name. Wanted to love the Disney cruise, didn't find it worth the price. Food was so yeah.
Yeah, I get that,
I get
Tom.
that
I really
too,
totally
yeah.
get that. But
I
that's
get
why
that
that's
too.
why we have Virgin.
We got a side hustle.
Oh no, not me.
I know. For us, it was this way. It was great. The cast members, they got to know us.
Mm-hmm.
Our dining room team
Mm-hmm.
knew exactly what we wanted. Bye, Nick.
Bye,
Have
Nick.
a great day.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. The cast members were amazing.
Let me just give you an example real quick. Okay, I'm going to cut Kelly off because I like doing that. It's my job. I did laundry on the ship because we were gone. It was a 7-night cruise. You know, we didn't want to pack really heavy. So you have to reuse stuff. You have to do laundry. There's multiple laundry rooms on these ships. Okay. You just kind of walk past them. You don't even notice they're there. Anyway, we had one on deck 6 because our room was on deck 6. But for some reason, it was a small one and people weren't, you know, doing what they're supposed to when their dryer was done, take their stuff out. So it was kind of full a lot. So I learned of the one up above us on deck 7. So I went up to deck 7. And of course, you know, during the day when you're doing stuff like this, all the cabin stewards are out in the middle of the hallways. They got their little carts. They're cleaning the rooms. They're redoing the beds. They're doing everything they need to do to make your experience amazing. Right? So we're walking down deck 7, Kai and I, and one of the cabin stewards looks at me and goes, "Is there something wrong with the laundry rooms on deck 6?" You know, actually concerned, not wondering. I'm like going, first off, how do you know I'm on deck 6? You know, they know. They just know. They see. They're observant. They see people. They recognize people. They say hello. I had cabin stewards who I didn't even do our room was saying, "Hello, Mr. Burke. How are you, Mr. Burke? Is there anything I can get you?" You know, they called me Mr. Robert. Is there anything you need, Mr. Robert? You know, and these are cabin stewards that aren't even our cabin steward. And it's just like you walk through this ship, they get to know you. They take the time. And these are like sometimes they're short cruises and they still take the time to get to know you.
Right.
And it's like, and oh my God, I think Emma got a new bestie, you know, and Kelly too. It was like, I know they would be pen pals if she knew how to get a hold of her because our assistant server for our dinners, Louise was so amazing and so cool.
I mean, where else can you, it was our morning that we left.
Right.
We had breakfast. Where else does a cast member hug you goodbye?
Yeah.
You know, she hugged us goodbye.
And she was generally sad to see us go.
So you form those kind of relations. I mean, yes, you're with the same people for a long period of time. I get that. But where else do you make that like connection? I mean, for us, like I said, it's about the people.
It is.
Yeah.
And it's about feeling special. It's about, you get that love and feeling, as they say.
We went to lunch in, I can't remember where it was. If you remember, Emma, it was either Lumiere's or somewhere.
Rapunzel's.
Rapunzel's. We went to lunch, had a completely different like service team. I think it was Rapunzel's. Had a different service team. The next day, we saw one of the ladies in Cabanas. She came up to us. She wasn't even like, in our section. She came up to us and she goes, "How's your day going?" Because she remembered us from lunch the day before.
Yeah, I know. And it was like, but she looked totally different.
She did.
Because she had a wig on when we were at lunch.
But we remembered her name because she had a name. Her name was Precious.
Yes, Precious.
Yeah.
And she totally, singled us out. "Hi, how y'all doing? Did you have a good day? I know that's funny. You guys.
Oh, you crack me up.
Yeah, you guys. I love you guys. I totally love you guys. I hope we
get to hang out with you guys.
Someday I want to meet you guys.
Park tickets and booking Disney hotels.
I know Paul's hilarious. So is Tom. Anyway, So, and there was another experience. What was it? Oh crap! Just keep talking. It'll
Emma
come
and
to
John,
me.
I'm curious. Did you guys feel well? You probably had a different experience because the parks for you are still everything that you want them to be. But did you feel like the cruise was different in a way, like like service wise?
Yeah. How did you feel about the cruise versus the parks?
Yeah, that's what I would like to know. I
Okay,
mean,
I remembered what I was supposed to. It
okay.
was like, okay, our head server Yasa, he did this. He made Kaya an origami, some kind of animal every night.
Right.
He only did that for Kaya. He didn't do it for anybody else.
Mm-mm.
He came out and he would think of some.
At the end of our dinner, he would come and he would spend a good 20 minutes.
Oh, at least. And he would make origami for Kaya. He made like a fish, a rabbit. He made a rabbit. He made a dragon. He made a dragon on the last night. He goes, I'm saving the dragon for the last night. And then he did a praying mantis. And oh my gosh, it was amazing. These guys were just like, you would not believe how cool they were.
Simon said, never had bad customer service in the parks. I think you see the same cast member repeatedly, but not in the parks. Yeah. Yeah. So that does make a difference.
And there was a guy in O'Gill's pub. He knew my drink. All he had to do, I ordered it once. And ever since then, he was like, would you like your drink? And I'm like, yeah. And he'd bring me the same thing.
Right. I agree too. There's a huge, huge bit bigger. It's really
there's a lot more opportunity to make a connection with the cruise members than the cast members.
And maybe, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe this topic is kind of more for people who have been to Disney 20, 25, 30 times. If they're kind of missing that feeling of the connection with cast members and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I always felt that anyway. I knew they would try to, know your name and stuff in the hotels. And I always got the feeling that they knew me.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe it's, more for the people that are searching for that, kind of magic. Maybe, I don't know. That's where we found it anyway.
Yeah. That's where we found it. And that's where we're spending our money.
Yeah. I mean, we're not taking like 86 cruises in the next, 2 years, but.
No, because we only have one more Disney cruise booked.
We do.
And then we'll probably find another one somewhere.
Probably. I'm just hoping that eventually someday, and I'm sure it will, I know that it will, swing back around.
I know it will. I just don't want to wait for it. I want it to happen now.
86 cruises does sound fun. Probably be well, you could probably only do one cruise.
I'd be 80. I would be 86, but like whatever.
Hello.
What? You got dead air? Anyway. Okay. Anyway, and there's, and the cool thing about a cruise is that you get to, your hotel goes with you. You get to see other places. One of the reasons why we kind of like don't do the cruise, a lot, because it's like the dream now is the dream. They're moving the ships because now that they have the Wish is going to be doing the 4 and 3 night cruises to the Bahamas.
Right. That the Wish was doing.
So if you do that cruise, it's because you just want to be on the ship.
Right.
Because a lot of people, we're not even going to get off on the Bahamas. It's Castaway Key. We'll get off there, but we're not going to get off at Nassau. It's, you've seen Nassau.
Right. Yeah.
So anyway, but I would look forward to seeing, I would like to leave out of New Orleans sometimes, because they do cruise out of New Orleans. They cruise out of Miami. They cruise out of, where else do they cruise out of?
Galveston.
I would like
Diego.
to leave from Galveston sometime.
Yeah.
I would like to find one of those cruises. In San Diego, I mean, I loved our San Diego that went from there to Vancouver. I loved it. I thought that was amazing. I would do that one again.
I think too, the cool thing about cruises is you can see different stuff.
Yes.
You get on the ship and then you go somewhere new, and it's still like the Disney travels with you.
Right.
Because you can see, like when we went to Norway.
Norway was amazing.
It's amazing. And we got to see new places that we've never dreamed of. But the Disney was still with you on that trip. So It was kind of like the familiar came with you to say, hey, you're still okay. You're still safe. We got you.
Yes. And the price point is higher. And going back to,
it
Paul's,
is. Yeah, definitely.
It is definitely higher, but I think you get
I still think you're getting your value for
I
your money.
do, because I've been on other cruise lines and the cabins are smaller. They are small. Even the inside cabins are smaller.
They are. They're very small. Tom and Paul, was it the staycation cruise that you guys did that you didn't love, or was it a different Disney cruise? I'm curious. Because you mentioned that.
Yeah, you mentioned that you
that
didn't feel like the
wasn't-
adult entertainment was all that in a bag of chips.
Right.
You know, I agree. It's more geared toward the
Family.
It's geared toward the G-rated audience, but you know, it's still. I believe that honestly, their performers are very A-list performers. I think
so too.
because their shows are more like I would see as a Broadway show. Then, because I've been to other shows on other ships and they haven't been that good.
I was curious because it's from what Em and John have said, you know, not everything was available on the staycation cruise.
Right.
I'm hoping anyway, when you do your cruise on the Dream, that you'll find that it's different.
Well, first off, I got to tell you, the Dream is a different experience than the Magic.
It is.
It is totally different.
Yeah.
Because
Disney and Virgin are like.
Yeah.
It's like apples and oranges.
It's like you hear Disney, Virgin.
Yeah, Virgin can just take. Yeah, we kind of feel that way too. Virgin can just take my money. The only thing, I mean, which could be a good thing and a bad thing, you know, it's just adults.
But Kai's getting to the point where she doesn't want to go with her parents anymore.
That's true. She's getting to that age, so it's probably
it's like a good thing. It's okay that we go on adult trips because she's to the point where she's like, you know, y'all go. I don't want to be with you. I want my friends. That's okay. I get it. You know, she's growing. She's getting older. She's got friends that she loves to hang with. So, you know, it's cool. And, you know, that's why Virgin has become more accessible to us.
Virgin's also getting more expensive.
It is. It's starting to be like the price of a Disney cruise.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. When we did our first Virgin cruise in July, I didn't think.
No, it wasn't that. No, it was less than a Disney cruise.
Yeah, it was a pretty good deal. Yeah. But, you know, also they were
just cranking back up. And, you know, here's the thing about Virgin Cruises. I'm sorry we got off on this, but anyway, Virgin Cruises they're pretty new in the game still. So they had just started up right before the pandemic happened.
Right.
And that kind of like, you know, shot a hole in their sails, so to speak. So when the pandemic was starting, cruise lines got hit harder than anybody.
Right. I just hope that Virgin doesn't change, you know. I mean, when you have a good product, a lot of, you know, people want to like change. Oh, how can we make it better? How can we change it? We don't want you to change.
You don't necessarily have to change it. You can, you know, keep going the way you're going.
That's what happened with Disney parks is we don't want it to change.
You got to grow. I get that. You have to grow. And sometimes you have to do things a little different.
Changing is different.
That's a different story. Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, you can grow and expand and sorry, I have a frog in my throat. You can grow and change and expand, but changing for like
the sake of change,
and we're going to do this and we're going to charge you more and you're going to get less for it. That's different.
No, that's corporate thinking.
Yeah.
That's bean counter thinking right there.
Bean counter?
Bean counter. Because I've always said, if you do what people love, the money will come. You know, it's not like.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, stop. Go away. Get out. If you do what you love and you do what people like, they will come. It may not come in, you know, like instantly, but it will continue to come.
Right. I think so too. Yeah, I think you gotta just take care of your
You got to take care of your people.
You got to take care of your people.
You know, and there are going to be people, and you know, there are people, we have people like this too. They're called like, what we call them, salon junkies or salon, you know, hoppers. They just go look for the best deal. They come and go. You know, that's okay. I'll take care of them that one time, but I know they're not going to stay.
Yeah, but the people we've been seeing for 15 years.
The people who keep coming.
Those are the people you form
Those are the people I'm
with.
going to like, you know, go the extra mile. I'm going to go a little, you know, they have a problem. I'm going to help them fix it. I'm not going to say, oh, it sucks to be you. You know what I mean? It's just customer service. That's all it is.
Yeah. I feel like, you know, at the parks, you know, we just kind of got pushed aside.
We did
a little bit. Like, yeah, we don't really care about you guys anymore.
It's like, you guys are pass holders. You treat it like it's your own personal.
Yeah, you've already paid your money, so you can go now.
Yeah, you can go now. I didn't even want you to buy a new pass. Is basically what he says. I don't want you to buy a new pass because they're not even selling new passes.
Well, you can renew if you.
But you can't buy a new one.
And that was another thing. We were like, if we let our annual passes go, are we even eventually, like next year, if we decide we want to buy a new pass, we may not be able to get a new pass. So it's kind of like they got you by the cojones, saying, but if you don't renew your annual pass, you're never going to get one.
But when they tell you they don't want you anyway, so why do they care?
I know, it's weird.
It's like a freaky mind. He's on shrooms.
Whatever you do, do it well so that people will tell their exactly.
Yes. Yeah, Mike, you know that. God, you are the best at what you do, man.
I know.
I got to tell you, Mike is the best at what he does. He is amazing. I would trust that guy with anybody's kid. You know, because anytime, anywhere. I mean, he would take a bullet for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I know this because he actually loves his job.
Yeah. And you can tell.
He loves his job and he does it amazing.
Yeah, but yeah, it's that. It's kind of like, you know, your best friend that you're kind of like, I'm tired of you. So I'm not gonna I'm not gonna nurture this relationship anymore.
Nope.
You know, kind of thing.
Yep.
So that, you know, that's just the feeling we've been getting lately.
Right. And we're just saying we found it on Disney Cruise. So
we did.
So we're gonna do Disney Cruise and we're gonna, you know, wear that out until they jank it up. So
hopefully they don't.
Hopefully by the time we get through with Disney Cruise and the parks will be back to normal or back to where they should be. And we'll go, I'm sorry, balls to the wall to the parks.
Yeah. I mean, when it starts coming back and you start getting that like feeling, you know, like, I don't know if you can ever get that. Hi, Jesse. How are you? I'll slap him for you.
And does that mean slaps or is it, or does it slap? Okay.
Like, you know, like you're cool, like that slaps.
Yeah, you know, and that overtime, by the way, was my fault. So anyway.
I don't remember what I was saying.
I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll come back.
I know, Jesse, and I love you too, sweetheart.
It'll come back eventually. You know, that greatness of the parks, because it always does.
It always does. Disney is it's like Michael Myers. You can't kill it. You know, you just gotta.
If you watched the Imagineering story, which I know you did, Mike, it's the history repeating itself. Anytime they get a merchandising CEO in charge,
the parks suffer bad.
So, you know, we're just kind of going through that stage right now, and it's hard to kind of let go of that, you know, for a little bit.
Yeah. It is. But you know what? Every once in a while you need a change. You need to push yourself to different boundaries.
Right. And you know, for us, you know, it's Bob, I think, has been ready for a while to explore new things.
I have been.
And I've been like hanging on to that Disney feeling.
With her
like,
cold, dead
with
fingers.
My cold, dead fingers going, no. But you know, Bob's like, it would be nice to go somewhere else and I'm like, Disney. Bob's like, we could go, and I'm like, Disney. You know,
but you know, we got it. This satisfies both. We're doing cruises, plus we're going to the Alani.
Going somewhere else. Yeah.
Yeah, because we're gonna try out the Alani and see if the Alani still, you know, got that Disney feeling. But I'm pretty sure it does.
Well, we went to the Alani. We've only been once before.
Right.
And that was in 2019.
Right.
And we did love it.
We did. We actually loved.
But the Alani, for me, it's like gentle Disney. It's not like.
It's not punch in the face Disney.
It's not punch in the face Disney. It's that Disney vibe.
But we're talking Hawaii.
Yeah.
Okay. Hawaii is like, yeah, bro, whatever.
Right.
You know, so that's
laid back.
It's you got to go with the Hawaii feeling, because when you go Hawaiian on Hawaii, then it's an amazing vacation. If you try to do New York on Hawaii, it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You can hide in our suitcase. Just
yeah. It's like you gotta go Hawaiian. You gotta go native. And if you go native, you're good. Okay, it's don't expect, you know, Orlando in Hawaii, because it ain't gonna happen.
No, it's not gonna happen. You're not gonna get the same vibe.
No,
but you know, it still kind of fulfills that Disney that Disney needs. Fix your
And fix your
I
dang rides. I know
know.
that's like it's sad, Mike, because time when Kaya and I went to Disneyland and it was just me and Kaya, I was so angry because Pirates of the Caribbean was down almost the whole
Well,
time we
last
were
time we
there.
were there, Haunted Mansion was down. It was Haunted Mansion Holiday
Yeah,
overlay.
and
It was down 8 hours.
yes,
Like for real.
yes,
And we stocked it.
we did. We
We
stood there for 3 hours waiting for that
waiting for
ride
the
to
ride to
reopen.
open. But I think, yeah, I don't know if it's because Disneyland is so much older. The rides are so much older. But Mike said, like, when he was at Disneyland, his last trip, what'd you say? 7 rides were down
At
the same time or something insane like that.
It's crazy.
And I feel like, I mean, we do love Disneyland.
I do love
We do.
Yeah.
But, it's kind of like that. You're looking for that. Like, if we go, we want that. And then it's kind of a little bit disappointing.
Well, the last time we went there was kind of, but like I said, I attribute that to Annie Rona, the pandemic, because there was like things that just weren't up to Disney standards. Like, before when you would go to Disneyland and if there was something that was going to be a little different, like let's say Paradise Pier pool was going to be closed, they would send you a notice that says Paradise Pier is closed and they're going to be coming to Disneyland Hotel. Then you were prepared. You would know. We stayed at Disneyland Hotel. We paid 3 times as much as any other hotel in the area, which is just as close as Disneyland Hotel. And they did not inform us that Paradise Pier's pool was still closed. And so the pool was
rammed.
It was heaving. Okay. And then when you went into the pool and you noticed the pool furniture, it was like, where are we at? Because it was ripped, there was tears, the maintenance on it was just, and you couldn't get a drink to save your life. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, somebody loves their cocktails. And usually because the service, and then we finally found out, because it took us like an hour to get a drink because the pool service, and the lady said, I am the only one working this whole pool.
350 people, I think she was trying to take care of. It was insane.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But and I get it. I understand. And I was like, okay, the tips went like this for her.
Yeah.
Because she deserved it. But that's, to me, that's Disney, that's unexcusable.
Yeah.
It's not, you just don't care.
Never been. Tom and Paul say they've never been to Disneyland. It is amazing.
It is really, yes, to be there and to walk in Walt's footsteps, because Walt was personally in charge of Disneyland.
I think what's kind of sad now is you kind of have to go with expectations.
I don't want to do that though.
I know, but it sucks. But that's kind of the way it is right now.
But
I'm not going to get to everything I want to get to, and I know.
I don't want to pay the kind of money we pay and get less. I don't want to plan on just being disappointed.
So Mike says they had 6 major rides down at the same time, including 3 or 4 of the mountains. Even the lame rides, 2 or 3 hour waits. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah.
Because everything was broken, so they had to go to the dark rides.
Right.
I love the dark rides, by the way. That's one of my favorite things to do at Disneyland.
I do too.
Is go to the dark rides.
You don't get those.
No, you don't get those at Disney World. It's something you can't.
Speaking of dark, sorry about our lighting. It's getting dark.
Our snow is coming.
Yeah, it's getting dark and gloomy outside. So our lighting is kind of.
I know. I thought our lighting was fine.
It's getting a little slim shady.
Oh, stop. But anyway, yeah, Disneyland is like a whole different vibe than Disney World, and I love both of them. And I will never, ever not love them.
Right.
But I will protest by not.
Right now, we're kind of in a fight.
Yeah.
We're kind of having an argument.
We kind of are, and I'm okay, because I know that when there's true love, you always get through it. So we will get through it.
Stop swearing at us that tone.
So anyway, we will get through it. We will be back. We will, but right now it's we found it cruising and doing that kind of stuff.
That's where the magic is for us right now.
Right.
Anyway. Yeah.
And so, like I said, maybe it's the universe's way of saying you need to just
pause for a little bit.
Just try something different for a while.
Well, like you were saying, I've been holding on with my cold dead hands to the same feeling for so long. And I think this has allowed me to think of other options.
Kind of.
You know, to say, okay, maybe I want to go here, or maybe we want to try this, or see different parts of the world. Let all of that settle.
Oh, it's raining.
Yeah, and then come back.
Come back later. But here's the thing: is like the dream. Believe it or not, people, the dream is going to Europe next year.
I know. I want to go.
It's going to be selling in Europe, and you know what? I'm excited about that, and I will try to do whatever I can to get us over there to do on the dream. The only thing I hate about going to Europe, and I know you guys feel the same way, is the travel. It takes so long.
It takes a long time, but for me, it's worth it.
It's not worth it for me.
It is for me.
Sometimes it's worth it for me.
You need like a Concorde.
No.
You need a teleport.
Yeah.
I need a teleport. You need a flu network.
I need a sugar daddy.
That's not going to be me.
I need a sugar daddy. That's what I need.
Tell Tom and Paul what we're drinking.
Tom and Paul, we are drinking the orange martini. We do have a martini Monday of this. It's in our citrus.
What's in this bad boy anyway?
This one has
sherry and a sparkling lemonade.
Ooh, nice. This one has orange juice, vodka, and orange liqueur.
Yeah.
Contro or triple sec, whatever you want to use.
Yeah.
And simple syrup. So it makes it a little sweeter.
I think we need.
To me, it's like a glorified screwdriver.
We need to organize a group cruise. This is group cruise.
That's what that means. I thought that meant cauliflower.
Group cruise.
You should do this.
This is cauliflower group cruise. There. How's that?
Emma, you got it, girl. If I find a sugar daddy, we will hook you up with a sugar daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know what? I love coming over there. I love it. I actually love. But I sometimes the pull of doing what I have to do here is very strong when I'm over there.
What are you talking about? Work? Oh.
Making, things go.
Oh, you're going to Spain. That's exciting.
See, that's awesome. And you'll love that. I guarantee it. You will love that. And you will think it's worth every penny because the dream is night and day to the magic.
The magic is fantastic. Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong. I think each ship is wonderful for its
own. I do. I get it.
Specialness.
Mm-hmm.
And because we've heard that the blah 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 blah. What's the new one?
The Wish.
The Wish. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, we're trying that one out on February.
Yeah, the Wish is different because it doesn't have the like the entertainment neighborhood.
Right.
Like the
bars, the adult bars and stuff.
Yeah,
downstairs.
What are they called? The district or something.
The district,
like that.
yes.
Yeah. Believe me, I would love to join you guys on that cruise. So it'll be a little bit different on that ship, but each ship has its own specialness.
It does. It really does. Because there's things on the Dream that Kai and I like to do. Like there's like a detective game that you play and stuff. And it's like, and there's more space. I honestly like the restaurants a little better.
Yeah, and the bars. I mean,
the bars. We
loved going to O'Gill's on the Magic.
Awesome.
That was fantastic. It's hailing. It's
hailing.
It's not.
It's just rain.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
That sounds awfully haily to me.
Jesse, did you make it hail here?
Did you make it hail, Jesse?
Jesse.
She says, "Oh, hail no."
That's funny.
Our favorite lounge on the Dream is the Skyline Lounge.
Yes, I love the Skyline Lounge. It is amazing.
That's where you get the glow cubes.
And that's where you get the cool, New York and Shanghai and all these different skyline pictures. I mean, they kind of duplicated that on the Wish, but they made it a Star Wars lounge.
Right.
And I think that,
Jesse, the Queen of Weather. That's funny.
Yeah.
Gross. We had that weather. Oh, now you're in the 70s. Yeah. It's starting to be winter.
I love winter
here.
I love winter here. The only thing I don't like about winter here is the darkness. I don't like that it gets dark so early.
Darkness, my old friend.
Shut up. It's not my friend.
Don and Gary. Hi.
Oh, hey guys. Nice to have you join us.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need to bitch more often because we've had more people come on that we haven't seen in forever. You mean like Jen and Joe and the Nerd Herders, Don and Gary. It's like
If it snows here.
Jesse showed up.
I know.
She's like, I love everybody that shows up. You guys are amazing, and I
know
love you.
you make it super fun.
This is what makes live streams fun. Is when you guys start, getting in on it, and we get to interact with you.
And I this is just me talking because I know you have a different opinion, but I hope that you didn't feel like you've been listening to a giant bitch fest from us today.
Yeah.
I think we're just expelling some feelings, maybe. I don't want you all to feel like we were just like
Kelly wants everybody to have happy, bunny dreams.
I want
and
happy,
you know
funny,
what?
buzzy feelings all the time.
And you know what?
And
It don't
it's
happen.
just not like that.
It don't happen.
Yeah.
It ain't life.
Yeah.
So just enjoy our anger.
We're not angry. I think we're just sad.
I'm angry.
Are you
sad.
angry?
Yes.
I'm sad.
I've gone through the what is it called? The 7 stages of loss.
Grief. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember what exactly the
Back to the big TV now.
Thank you, Jake. She says I'm cute when I get mad. You haven't seen me mad.
No, you haven't seen her mad. But I'm gonna tell you what, she is really, really cute when she gets mad. I've seen her mad. I've seen her really go after somebody, and it's like pretty spectacular. It's like this little.
I'm short.
I know.
I'm like 5'3".
And it's like I saw her
angry,
go after a 6'4" dude that she was like, and man, he shrank to like 5'2". She was actually looking down on him after she finished. It's pretty spectacular.
Yeah, but I am that like touchy-feely person where I just want everybody to be happy, and I want everybody to have good vibes and good feelings, and and real life isn't always like that. Sometimes
It's not.
And it is good to have a group therapy session.
It is
every now and then, because it makes me feel better about our decisions that we've made. And
Jesse, when Kelly gets mad, everybody runs for dear life.
Oh, here we go again. We got some good bots.
All right, woo! Girls online. Let's go. Woo. Let's find some living. They felt their pain, Jesse. And they want to fill that hole.
They're like, we'll make you happy.
We'll be sunshines and bunnies for you.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think I'm through.
Say thank you to these fine
people. I want to say thank you for listening to my bitch session because,
you were pretty passionate there for a little bit.
I get passionate.
You do.
And that's one of the things you love about me is I do have like passion. I'm not mellow Bob.
Going, pew, pew, pew.
Here you go, Jesse.
Jesse got the bots.
Boom. I am not mellow Bob all the time. When
when you're, what do you call it? Hackles?
When my hackles get up, which, in case you didn't know, that's what happens when the cats get mad.
Because those of you that don't know, Bob is of German and Irish descent. So those are two very fiery personalities.
Well, the Germans want to drink it all gone. Hello.
Yeah.
And I mean, the Irish want to drink it all gone, and the Germans just want to kill it.
No. That's terrible.
I was like, you know what? It's a spider step on it. And the Irish said, no, he's got a place in this life, in this world, so leave him alone. And the Germans like, not kill it.
I don't know where that came from.
I don't either.
I
have a constant turmoil.
Those are the voices in your head.
Mm-hmm. Kelly wonders why I listen to music so loud. It's because it's drowning out the voices. I'm drowning out the voices.
Yeah. When Bob gets mad, I duck for cover.
Everybody ducks for cover.
Yeah, me too, Jesse. Me too.
I don't get mad often. Well, I do, but I don't let it go often.
No. Well, when you get upset, you like let it go and then you're fine.
Yeah, it's like it's over with.
I am like the stewer. I can stew over things.
She's like the fuse that's 100 feet long.
Yeah.
That fuse burns forever.
And
then you feel it burning, and it's just like it's getting closer and closer and closer. Either you got to cut that fuse or you're going to deal with the dynamite.
I know, you would think there was something super funky in these cocktails.
You would think they were great. It's like shrooms or something.
Yeah, when I get mad, you do kind of feel it for weeks. Yeah. Oh, bye, Mike.
Bye, Mike. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Yeah, we're going to wrap this up.
Yeah, we really appreciate you, man.
Yeah, we appreciate
I really do. I appreciated you for many, many years, and I still do. So
we love all of you guys. Thanks for being here, hanging out with
Yeah,
us.
because it's like over an hour. So
Listening to us complain
and whine
Jesse's the hurricane
and,
thrower.
and get passionate.
Yeah, we do. And, I hope that nobody got offended by anything that we said today or, think that we're.
And if you agreed with us, you know what? That's cool too.
Yeah. So, we're just talking.
Yeah.
Tell you how we feel about stuff. And I know I was super offended.
I'm so sorry, Offenda.
Your name
I'm
is
going to call
Offenda.
Emma. Emma, you're now Offenda. Emma, I love you so much. It's just scary.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We love you guys.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, you keep us going. You keep us happy.
No, we're happy people pretty much, and we just love having you.
Yeah, super offender.
Super offender. Actually,
Take care, guys. Have a great Sunday. Are we doing a live stream next week?
No, we're not.
Okay.
I don't know what we will come up with a date for a creators chat.
Yeah, creators chat.
I think November 6th was what you were.
No, Emma can't do the 6th because her Nana's going to be down on the 6th.
Okay.
So we'll have to find.
We'll have to find another day. We will find a day early November or mid-November, and we are going to do a creators chat.
Yeah. Only people. That's wrong.
No way. Really? Well, it's because we love you, man.
Yeah.
We really do. It's like this bro love to the max.
Bro love.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, when we come up with a date for our creators chat, it'll be probably.
And you know what? And who knows if we find something that we want to just shoot the bull with or whatever. Yeah. You want to see more passion. We might just throw something else out there.
Maybe.
Yep.
Okay, let's go. We've been rambling for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. We love you guys. Take care. Have a great Sunday, and we'll see you soon. Okay. Love you. Bye.
This one. That's an ugly heart.
I'm going to press the button.
It's like,